Probably too many. Oh, there we go. Okay,
It does
guys. All right, so March 25th, 2026. And a lot of this is gonna maybe sound repetitive, like stuff we've talked about, but just the important stuff. But I do have something new that I'm gonna layer in here too. So tonight's objectives is consistency that pays off plus new rooms is our topic. So our objectives is build non-negotiable daily income producing habits. And I just can't stress this enough, like building daily habits into your routine that you do for your business every single day. And these should be income producing activities. So we're going to talk about that. How to expand your network with aligned people. Learn how to start some new conversations, not feeling salesy or awkward, and strengthen your follow-up and connection skills, and just be consistent. So let's just be honest here. Most people don't fail because they don't know what to do. They fail because they're not doing it consistently. And if you keep talking to the same people, you're going to keep getting the same results. So this week, we're not necessarily adding more to our list of what we do. We're just going to get better at what we're already doing and putting ourselves in new rooms to meet new people. So, first, our 3 non-negotiables, a reminder about what our 3 non-negotiables should be every day that we're working our business. Hopefully at least 5 days a week, we're making this happen. I often take Saturdays and Sundays off, and I don't always do as much on Saturdays and Sundays. So I say 5 days a week because you do need a little bit of a break, right? Hi, Brandy. But 3 non-negotiables we should be doing every day, okay? 5 to 10 new conversations a day, whether it's brand new people, following up, or responding to engagement. And I'm going to talk about a little bit later. I'm going to give you guys a new idea for meeting new people. Every day we should be posting at least one thing for content, real life over perfect, right? Story-based posts that are going to drive connections and curiosity. And then our third non-negotiable every day is an exposure. So some sort of like invite to shop, invite to join, or invite to an event. I'm going to change the name of this to just invite, actually, because that makes more sense. Okay. All right. So I want you guys to ask yourself, and you're welcome to talk if you want, or think about it in your head, either way. But think about, did you post today?
Okay. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you start conversations? Did you start conversations?
I'm too scared to.
I know I did. Did you follow up with anybody? Yep, I did. And I had somebody join my team because I did. Right? Mm. So, it all is about consistency, and let's be real. I'm not always hitting every one of these every single day, but I try really hard to do that. These are like, if I only have 10 minutes to work my business, I can do this, and I can do these 3 things in 10 minutes, right? Especially if I've done the preloading of, I have a list of people that I'm connecting with, right? That makes it easier when I'm trying to think about who to connect with. If I have a system of like every day I'm sending birthday messages, if I already have preloaded, recorded content or pictures that I can pull from, right? Like I can make these things happen every day if I build this system around these are the things that I do every day. We're going to talk about meeting new people in a different way. So this week's challenge is going to be to join 3 new groups and start building real conversations with these people. So this is something that's been on Brittany's list of like her daily non-negotiables. And she's got 8. I have her list sticking to my wall. That's why I was looking over here. She's got 8 things on our list. I'm only giving you 3. But one of the things on her list was be active in 3 to 5 niche Facebook groups. And I was like, I don't know about that one. And I really actually had been resisting it for a while. Let me tell you, I've been doing it this week. And I am so glad I decided to get out of my comfort zone and start doing this, because I'm having so many more conversations with people. So here's what we're going to do this week. You're going to join 3 new groups, and I'm going to give you guys some ideas of groups that you can join. So groups that I started joining. So I'll tell you who I've been connecting with. I joined like some. There's one called Mom Entrepreneurs. Okay. There's others that are just like hustle, hustle girls or whatever. And so I just like started joining these groups. I'm also a member of like a hiking group for the Pacific Northwest. I'm a member of a mountain biking group, fitness and wellness groups, whatever like your interests are, start joining groups around that. So whether it's crocheting, art, sketching, skincare, beauty lovers, book clubs, teachers groups. That's one of the groups I'm in actually is teachers with side hustles, right?
Oh, interesting.
Dog mom groups, right? There's so many groups. So I want you guys to join 3 new groups by the time we have our next call, and try this out, because I'm telling you, it's actually made a difference for me. I'm having real conversations with people. Am I bringing up my business to every person that I talk to? No, definitely not. I'm getting to know them, and they're starting to see my stuff. And guess what, you guys? I got an order from somebody. I had friend requested her. I had commented on her post. She went and checked out my page and she made an order. I hadn't even talked to her privately yet. And I was like, oh, thank you for your order, So, and like I said, I've been having really good conversations with people, and I've actually really enjoyed it. And it felt awkward to me at first. It felt scary. But I feel like if I'm building this into my normal habit, it's gonna be paying off so much. Like I got 20 new friends this week, and those are people that are gonna start seeing more of my content. And when I friend request these people, I always, if they accept my friend request, well, here, let me not get ahead. Let's talk about just starting the conversation first, okay? So don't overthink it. Just be human, right? Every comment or idea should just be genuine. It's not that we have you don't want to come into it like, I want these people to buy my stuff, but really, I mean, yes, that's in the back of our head, but we want to build connections, right? Always relationships first. So examples of things you could say to somebody's post or somebody's comment, maybe they commented on somebody else's post. It's this easy, saying something like, okay, wait, I need the details on this, whatever it was, right? Maybe they had a question, maybe they recommended a product, I don't know. Or how about, this is goals, where is this? Maybe they posted a picture of them on the beach or something cool, I don't know. It just like, act like you're talking to a friend. Or I've been wanting to try this, what do you recommend? Right? Like in my teachers groups, they might recommend some sort of strategy or something or skill, and that would be one of my responses. Or this is so relatable, laugh out loud face, right? So it doesn't have to be spammy or weird, just connecting with people. The next step is to friend request them and message them. So what I've typically been saying is like, hey, I'm so happy we're connecting. I live in Spokane, Washington. I have 3 boys. They're 20, 22, and 24. I love to ski and mountain bike. I'm a teacher. How about you? And that's it. That's how I start the conversation. I let them know, like, I'm here for connection. I'm here to like build relationships with people. And people are messaging me back. They're accepting my friend requests and they're messaging me back. I'm getting to know them. Am I bringing up my business? Absolutely not. I am not. Unless it turns into that conversation. Like one of the conversations I had with somebody yesterday, she was talking about how she's just been dealing with her disease. And I was like, oh, what are you dealing with? And she said, oh, I have fibromyalgia. And I said, somebody on my team has fibromyalgia, and she's using some products that have really helped her. Would you be open to hearing about it? And she said yes. And I sent her information on the products, and I said, hey, I'm not trying to pitch to you or sell to you. I just want to be able to help you. If you're interested, please don't feel obligated. And that was it. But notice that I asked her for permission first. If the conversation goes in a direction that you feel like you could bring up the business, then yes, bring it up, right? But if you want something a little bit easier to message and you don't want to tell your whole life story like I do, I mean, I'm just an open book, you guys know. So, but why I like sending that message that I send is that I like finding things I have in common with people. If I give them information about myself, then they're going to be more likely to share information about themselves too. Right. And then I can find things we have in common. We can start talking. But if you want something easier, I could just be like, hey, I've been seeing you in such and such group, and I love your posts. I just had to connect, send a heart. This is like after they've accepted your friend request, right? Or just something like maybe you guys had a real camaraderie, right? And in the group, and you guys were talking back and forth. So you friend request them and you message them and say, hey, I feel like we would be friends in real life. I had to add you. Right? Like it doesn't have to be weird. It's literally that simple. So in these groups, I would say like check into the groups. Turn on the notifications in the group so you start seeing. Don't forget to like check into the groups. Engage in 1 or 2 groups every day. Comment on 5 posts. Start 2 conversations a day. And it doesn't have to be in the same groups, right? It could be in a couple of different groups. And then send at least 1 or 2 friend requests and then shoot them that message. Whatever message you feel comfortable with, and just see what happens. If nothing else, you made a new friend, right? I mean, it doesn't hurt. And again, because you've messaged them, Facebook sees you're interacting online, they're going to start seeing your posts. If they're curious about something, or they watch a story, or they watch your video or comment on it or something, then yeah, definitely check in with them. See if they're interested in learning more about what you have to offer in a non-spammy way, right? Like we've talked about this before, like, hey, I saw your comment on my skincare post, and I just wanted to thank you for boosting my algorithm. I'm here for you if you want to try a sample, right? Like, that's it. I don't say, here's my link. These are all the ingredients. This is what I use, blah, 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 blah. That's going to shut somebody down right away. And I will tell you, one of the people that I was messaging is part of a different business. And we were talking, and she immediately went into her business, and it totally turned me off. And I was like, hey, girl, I was just trying to make a connection. No, I don't want to see your link. No, I don't want to learn all about your business opportunity. It is spammy. Go into it when it's natural. But do keep a list of like new people you're meeting and everything like that, so you can keep an eye out for them if they do engage in your content. And always ask for permission, right? So what not to do, like I just was saying, don't just drop the link without permission. Don't pitch right away. Don't turn it into a transaction. If it feels forced, it will not convert, right? The person that just joined my team like an hour ago, she had commented on one of my posts over the weekend, and I messaged her, and I don't even remember. I have to look back at my notes. I have it in my notes. I could look and see what it was that she commented on, but I never remember anything unless I write it down. So let's see, she had commented, I had posted a hair post and she had commented she needs help with her hair. I messaged her. We started talking. Turns out she's got some health issues that she's dealing with after we started talking. So I recommended products for her. I built her own personal hot list, and I said, hey, no worries if this isn't right for you, but I built you a cart of the products that I think would be great for you, and here's why. You know, here's the benefit of them. Let me know if you have any questions. And she wanted the information, right? And I said, hey, she said right off the bat, I only have about 100, maybe 150 to spend. The cart I built was $300. So I said, perfect. Join my team. You're going to get all of this for half off. You don't have to sell if you don't want to, but if you do want to sell, you're going to earn 50% commission. Right? And she was like, follow back up with me on Wednesday because that's when I get paid. And I did. And she joined. Right? So make sure you're keeping a list of people and keeping it natural. And if it comes up, don't be afraid to talk about it and make suggestions. Okay? We can build a cart with Clio and we can build a cart with Pharmacy. I use that a lot. It really drives sales. When you build them a cart and you make it easy for them, they don't have to search the website, none of that. You find information, what they're looking for, you build them a cart and send them that link. And that goes a long way. Make it as easy as possible as you can for people. And again, just like go where the conversation takes you. If it goes to the business or if it goes to a product, then don't be afraid to talk about it in a non-spammy way. And I just posted in our team group, the Pharmacy team group, the DM chat. What's it called? Chat DM or DM Genius. As a reminder, watch that training video if you haven't by Brooke, and use DM Genius if you're not sure what to say or you're afraid of what to say. And again, if you ever need help with that piece, just let me know too. I'm happy to help you out with that because I know that having personal conversations could be the hardest part. You don't want to be spammy, right? You don't want to turn them off and you don't want to mess it up, right? And I only had to learn through trial and error of what works for me. Okay. And then let's not forget to check in with our people that we've been talking to, our list of people that we're building, right? Customer check-ins. Like for instance, I had some people order the lip balms. So tomorrow I'm following up with them. They should have their order by now. I want to make sure they're happy and just thank them again for the order. There's nothing spammy about that. I just want to say hi and make sure you're loving what you got. See if you have any questions for me, right? If you have people joining your team, you want to be checking in on them too, depending on like how new they are. If they're brand new, you're going to want to be checking in almost daily, right? Or every other day, making sure that they're okay. They're getting the emails from me, because don't forget, when somebody joins our team, I immediately put them on our team email list and they automatically start getting an email every 2 days for 2 weeks. It's going to have tips for them, training videos. So it's important to follow up with them and make sure they're getting those emails, because it might be going to spam. But make sure that, see if they have any questions about the stuff that is getting sent out. And if you guys want to see what gets sent out, I can actually send that to you. So just let me know if you're recruiting and you want to see what's going out so you can follow up and make sure they watched this video or that video, that you know what to follow up with them about, right? If they are in their first 30 days, you want to make sure they know how close they are to getting their welcome program gift. Because we want to make sure they're getting those gifts and those freebies. See if they need any support. If they are already like past that point, I like to try to check in with everybody at least once a month. Like, hey, how's it going? Is there anything I can help you with? Make sure to check in with people, because sometimes we have to treat our downline just like a customer, in that they might not connect with us if we don't connect with them. And everybody's different. Some people are they're gonna let you know when they have a question. And but other people might just like feel stuck and not let you know. So don't be afraid to like check in with people also that are on your team. And you get to know people also, like how much support and help different people need. So just pay attention to that too, because everybody's different. Making sure to check in with your prospects, right? Tomorrow is Thursday night. We have always an opportunity call for pharmacy on Thursdays. Wednesdays with Cleo, we have an opportunity call. So don't forget to be trying to get at least one person to one of those calls if you can. Personally, I'm the type of person, I'm not likely to join a live call. I want a recording. So I also always have like a recording on hand for if they're like, yeah, I'm interested, but I can't at that time or whatever. I send them a recording and I have links for those too, if you guys need those. But I like to just follow up once a month, maybe every 2 months, depending on what our conversation was like last time we talked, and just say, hey, you popped into my mind. Are you still thinking about joining, or should I circle back later? And so it's just a real simple, quick question. You don't have to fill them up with a whole bunch of information. But just when we're having these conversations, we always want to keep trying to drive the conversation forward. You know, don't stop at small talk, lead it somewhere. Especially if you're talking to somebody about a product or the business opportunity, using guiding questions that are going to help them to make the decision and decide to pull the trigger. Like, do you want help picking the best one for you? You know, maybe they're interested in skincare. Help them figure out which skincare product is going to be the best for them. Build them a cart, share it to them. Or, do you need help deciding on your favorite nail styles? And then get a little information, build them a cart, send it to them. Stuff like that. So each day we're going to try to have some follow-ups, some connections with new people, talking to potentials, following up with teammates that you can pour into. And yeah, that's kind of all I got. So I feel like a lot of this was just like reinforcing what we should be doing on a daily business. And I'm probably not going to stop talking about it anytime soon, because I really believe strongly that if you develop a daily system, you're going to have growth and you're going to start seeing growth. All right, guys. How you feeling? What questions do you have? Are you guys going to join 3 groups? Brandy's like, Brandy, you could be joining plant groups. Mm-hmm.
I've already joined a really cool sewing group, but I've reached out to a couple of people in the comments and stuff like that, but nobody seems to really answer my questions and stuff. Because I can comment and stuff all I want, but nobody seems to really respond to my comments. You know what I mean? Whatever comments.
Keep on going. Not everybody responds to mine. Just keep on going. Make it a daily, consistent habit, and you'll start seeing it pay off. Like, one thing I like to do when I see somebody who posts a lot in a group, I definitely friend request them, because they're an active person, they're a social person. And I just say, hey, I love all the posts you always have to share, and I just wanted to connect, and see where the conversation goes. But you just have to keep going. There, like, I definitely don't get responses to everything. Not everybody accepts my friend request. Not everybody responds to my message, but I just keep on going. And over time, it just keeps building and building and building. It can't hurt. Definitely can't hurt. You want to remember too that everybody that you talk to, they could be your next customer. They could be your next teammate. They could be your next leader.
Oh my God. Which brings me to the next question. What if I'm out and about and I end up having a conversation with some random stranger? I'm gonna and I have created on boards a page that has a really cool. I'll have to show. Let me just pull it up real quick. Let me see. So I created on boards this page. Of course, my phone, the glare sucks. I swear. I apologize for the glare, but it has links. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh yeah.
Like check out my website, follow me on Insta, text me. Then it has like a little questionnaire that requires their information and little questionnaires like how can I help you the most? And then it's a multi-choice. So select one, all that apply. Like I need good skincare regimen, please. I'm obsessed with makeup. My overall wellness is important. All of the above. Or the last one I even put is I'd love to earn more money. Please tell me how. And then I submit. And that's the form I have. I got that because, my former company, Mary Kay, they taught us how to do that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and then, that's awesome.
Yeah. So the question I have is for that is when I'm out and about and I'm having a conversation with somebody, just like complimenting them, and then we get talking about makeup and stuff. How do I segue from the conversation into sending them this form so I can collect that information and get them interested?
What I would do is I would say something like, hey, what's your number? I'm going to text you this link real quick and fill it out. And then I'm going to send you a face mask.
A face mask?
Yeah. We have the sheet masks.
I don't have
whatever.
Any.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can buy some. They come in packs of 10.
Or just a sample of whatever.
Yep. You can give them a sample. Based maybe like, and I'll send you some samples based on your responses.
Yeah, based on your responses. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, because you can buy the samples for skincare, hair care. You can use the little recharge packs, the coffee packs.
Yeah, I have plenty of those. I just got some samples of the recharge. They're over here somewhere. I just put them down. Oh, here they are.
Yeah, so that's what I would do. Or you could just say, I'm going to send you a little something special for filling it out. Yeah. But the key there is I don't say, can I have your phone number? I open my phone. I have my phone in my hand and I say, hey, what's your number? I'm going to text you this quick little form. Fill it out. And then I'm going to send you a little gift for filling it out.
Yeah. And okay, sounds good. And I will probably get people like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm really not comfortable giving my phone number out or information, all that stuff.
I've actually never had somebody say that.
Well, that's good for you. I get it all the time.
My wording, because I'm not like, hey, can I have your number? I'm like, I open my phone. I'm really intentional. I open my phone. I hold it up. I open Messenger. I'm ready to text them. Hey, what's your number? I'm going to send you this link real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I have their number too. And then I can follow up with them later.
Are not so open. So
what?
Some people in San Diego, a lot of people aren't open like that. They're not like, willing to
focus on the negatives. We're not going to focus on the people that don't want to do it. We're only going to just keep doing it and being consistent.
Yeah, on to the next.
Yeah. Yep. And maybe they'll be interested next time. Maybe they'll just change their mind if you see them again, if it's somebody you kind of see regularly at school or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm not, I could probably see my school. Yeah. Cause I work every day. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people will fill out a quick little form if they think they're going to win something or they're going to get something for free.
Oh yeah. That brings me back to the facial boxes that I used to do. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions or wins or problems, things you guys want to talk about? I got this sun shining.
I was just showing Sharon the buds on my rose bushes. That was my win for the day.
I wasn't even paying attention.
You're fine.
Was that Sydney?
I thought I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I was just asking if anybody had any wins you want to share or questions or anything at all.
Nope, she just has pregnant.
All right.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm excited
All right,
for
guys.
meeting new people.
Yeah. Do it. Three
Sydney,
groups
I
this
haven't
week.
met you yet. I haven't
Three
met you
groups.
yet, Sydney. Where are you from?
From Wyoming.
Okay. How about you, Nicole?
My
I was like, no, I just got a haircut. Still the same person.
Oh, I was wondering. I'm like, wait a minute. I know you because I've seen you before, and I love your hair, by the way.
Got a haircut. Thank you.
I love your hair. Yeah, I love blue.
Thank you.
Blue matches my earrings.
All right, friends. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Nicole, I know you popped in a little late. I'm going to post the recording up in just a bit. Bye, guys. Oh, let's get a picture.
Bye.
Have a good night,
Karen's
guys.
like, nope, I'm out.